In my last video I used a Dorsey indicator and I got a couple questions on it. Today I'm going to show you why I use it and how you can make one for yourself. Using an indicator when Euro-Nymphing can sound counterproductive, but I use it for a couple of different reasons. The first is I get longer, more natural drifts further away from me without pulling the flies across the current. The second is a little more personal. I have arthritic shoulders, so being able to take a break from that tight Euro stance all day really helps out during a long day of fishing. I use two different indicators based on the condition. The first type is a bobber style or airlock. I use this when it's a little more windy. That extra weight allows me to cast it a little bit further, but that weight also has some big drawbacks. It causes quite a commotion when it hits the water, and that weight decreases sensitivity and the fish can let go of it pretty quickly when they feel that weight. The second is a Dorsey indicator, which is made of yarn. It is very sensitive, lands gently on the water, so I use it when I'm fishing a calm pool or a run, or in the winter, a lot of times when the takes are really subtle. The sensitivity just can't be matched with any other type of indicator. All right, now that you know when and why I use one, let's go ahead and build one. The first thing you're going to need is some 6mm polypro yarn like this. I got this from flyfishingcord.com. They sell a variety of colors and 3-foot lengths, so you can pick up a bunch of different colors for a reasonable price. The second is some thread. This is some fly tying thread. I have it on a bobbin to make it easier for me. This is just black and UTC 70. You don't want something that's too heavy. I like building mine with two contrasting colors, so today let's build one from some orange and green yarn. So to start with, I've got about 2.5 pieces of yarn that I've cut here. I'm just going to pull 2 of the green fibers out of this bunch, and let's just do 3 of the orange. There's 1, 2. Here's the third. Now we're going to brush this out. I like using this old dog brush. I have found for some reason, if I use a comb, I can get them in knots, which are hard to get out. So I just like using this bigger wire brush to brush them all out. All right, now that I have them all brushed out, I'm just going to gather these up into a bundle. So I've got the orange. I'm going to take a bundle of the green, just stack it next to it. I'm going to find the midpoint of this. Now I'm going to take my tying thread and take about 6 to 8 tight wraps, and I want to make sure that I'm coming back over that tag end to lock it in place. Nice and tight, lock it in place. Now I can just cut my tag end off. Last step is to throw in a couple of half hitches. Put those right in the middle, right on top of the thread bundle there. Let's cut my thread. All right, there's my Dorsey indicator. I can trim this to length. I like them about 3/4 of an inch or an inch long. So about here, just trim that up. All right, and there's our finished Dorsey indicator ready to fish. Before I hit the river, I'll often dunk these in some fly floating, Fly-Agra, or some loon top right or something like that, just to pre-treat them. Also treat them when I get out on the water as well. Okay, to attach this to your leader or your tippet, and I usually will attach this to my 4X cider or my 6X tippet. I've done both with no problems. You'll need some 1/4-inch medium force orthodontic rubber bands. You can get these off of Amazon, or you can raid your children's supply, but they really need to be 1/4-inch medium force. And then you just take your tippet or your cider material, form a loop. You're going to stretch the rubber band and take this loop and go through 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go of the rubber band. Make sure you've got no twists in that. Just insert the indicator and slide the rubber band up. And now you have a super sensitive indicator that will detect the gentlest, subtlest of strikes. The beauty is this is easy to adjust when you're on the water, so I can just slide this one way or the other if I need to go deeper or shallower. To remove the indicator when you're done with it, you just need to pull the rubber band down, slide the indicator out, and just slide the rubber band off. That's all it is. All right, so give it a try. Build yourself a couple of Dorsey indicators, try them on your next trip out on the water, and let me know what you think in the comments below.